Hello, Flosstube! Welcome back. This is my channel, Official Mermaids Cove, where I share my love of cross-stitching. My name is Natalia, and I'm so excited. Summer has officially started. I hope you've had a good kickoff to your summer. I'm very excited. I've had a lot of good stitching in, and I can't wait to show you what I've made progress on since the last time I filmed. So the first one I'm going to show you is my Angel of Elegance. This is what she'll look like. This is a Gold Collection Dimensions kit. And I'm using all the kit materials. And I'm going to keep it in the case nut for now. But this is where it's at right now. I still have a string here. But I'm working my way. I think once I finish like this block here, like this will be the corner page, and then I'll be able to move it. So I'm almost done. Like if you separate this into 4 sections, I'm almost done with all the cross stitching. Not all the back stitching, of course, but all the cross stitching for this bottom right corner. So once I get that done, then I'll move it over to do the bottom left of the dress, and then I'll work my way back up to her torso. So yeah, I'm stitching this on the 18 count white Aida that was provided in the kit and using all the kit materials. And it's coming along. There's quite a bit of color changes here for all this detail in the skirt, but I'm having fun. Gives me a break from the white on white stitching, so that's good. I've been getting some daily progress on it. There's a couple days where I wasn't able to stitch on it, but I still got 462 stitches since you last saw this, and it's officially at 44.5%. There's a lot of stitching in that skirt, so I'm not surprised. I'm closing in on 50%. Okay, the next one I have to show you is my Periwinkle Mermaid, and I'm not going to show you a before picture because I have finished her. So she is done. Look at her. So pretty. So this is a Periwinkle Mermaid by Kat at Whittier Stitches on Instagram. I stitched it on a 16 count crystal jazz dyed by Picture This Plus, and that crystal means it's an opalescent, so you can see all the sparkles. And I put the beads in on her, in the tail, here on her fin, and there are some here in the flowers. That bouquet she's holding on to. But yes, she's done. So now I have to find a nice frame that I can get to put her in. And then I haven't decided when I'm going to send it off to the recipient yet. But I'm so happy with how she turned out. So I think there was one, out of this entire thing, there was one blended color here. I don't know if it was necessarily needed, but that's in there to like create a gradient. But it wasn't, it was a lot of block stitching. And she turned out so pretty. She's about the same size as I would say one of the Miras is, one of the larger ones. I think this was like around 20,000 stitches. So she's a big girl, but she's not, you know, it's not like a full coverage. And it's pretty enjoyable stitching. There's big blocks of color. But she's so pretty. I'm so happy. I think the pattern does come with different skin conversions too. So this is the one that I chose to reflect who's gonna get it. But they have different options for that too. And obviously very body inclusive. I'm so happy. So after I finished my Periwinkle Mermaid, since the last time you saw me, since the last time I showed it, including the beads, I got over 2,500 stitches on that. So like 2,667 is the count that I have. I don't know if that includes some of the back stitching, but I'm happy I was able to make her a finish for this month. And then I started doubling down on my Mermaid of the Pearls. I'm not going to show you a picture because you can kind of see most of her now. I'll probably have to take off one of the top clamps. But I'm currently working on beading her because I finished all the full cross. So you can see her beautiful tail. And I'll take the top clamp off so I can show you the torso. I haven't done the back stitching yet. I'm gonna go ahead and do that before I do the beading when I move the Q-snout up. But you can see her beautiful torso. Oh my gosh, can you see all that sparkle? Like, she has 3 different metallics. This is all metallic braid right here. You can see that. All that glitters. And then there's all this glitter here. And the clump of pearls, bouquet of pearls she's holding on to. I don't know if you can tell that. There's like a silver, and then there's like a light blue here. And there's some in the bubbles too. Oop, I hit the tripod. But yes, I've already got some beads in. So I've added some of the trailing beads here. There's beads here in the tail that I put in, and then some beads here for the pearly parts. You can see right there the gaps where I haven't gotten to yet. There's some purple beads, green beads, some silver, ice silver beads, and the pearl colored beads. And I have one treasure in there. I think I secured it with a bead. I learned that trick from Danielle at Stitcherista. She has a Flosstube channel. She also does diamond painting. I would recommend checking her channel out. I think she's taking a break, but she still has a lot of good videos that you can watch. So yes, I've been stitching this on a 16 count Aida that I dyed myself. I really like how she ended up looking. I did dye this a little darker than I typically go, so it made it a little challenging to start the stitching on her. But I'm very happy how she turned out on this fabric. She looked gorgeous. And she's so big. There's over 2,000 beads. Like, I think after all I was done with all the full cross, I looked at my pattern keeper, and it's over 2,500 squares left for beads and treasures. Obviously the treasures take up more grid blocks on pattern keeper, but you can just imagine. That means that there's no less than 2,000 beads on this. And I have, yeah, all this, there's like, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 packages of beads, and then I have a whole tube of delicas for the ice, crystal ice beads. And then the rest is the called for. So yes, lots and lots of beading goodness. So yeah, hopefully next time I can show her, that'll be a finish. I'm super excited about that. And then I also, so since the last time you saw that, I've done 3,359 stitches. I guess that includes the beads and the treasure. And it's officially at 88.1%, so not quite 90%. So you can just imagine, over 10% of this pattern is beads. Oh, wow. I also had a couple starts. I started, I paused for a second. I don't know if the picture's in here or not. But the koi fish design that my sister had sent me. I don't know if I have the picture. I don't know where that went. But it's a very simple design. It's like 2 koi fish, and then they have the water, the rings to show the ripples in the water, and then some foliage. So I just started that. I started doing some of the rings on the water, and this is really cool. It's stitched on a opalescent Aida. So I've done 182 stitches on this, and it's already at 14.3%. I did put it into Pattern Keeper. It's a really simple design, but it's a nice summer start. And then last but not least, I started my Sweet Wings Studio Summer Sal for the first day of summer. I started my Deep Waters. And I'm stitching this on an 18 count Aida that I dyed myself with Moselle silk. And I started in the center, so I have some of the words stitched. So I did some of the words. I'm using 2 strands, And I've stitched 132 stitches, and that's like 3.3% because there's a lot of waves, there's a lot of stitching on this. I think total it's just under 4,000 stitches. So this will be a nice project to keep working on. And a nice way to celebrate the start of summer. Shout out, I don't have any haul. Well, okay, so I don't have any haul, but I did get some presents. I mentioned that I got the Little Mermaid sampler by Lena Ova she has an Etsy store. I mentioned that in my last video. I am planning that as a birthday start, and I'm going to start it this weekend. My birthday's at the end of June, so I'm going to hold off till this weekend to do a start on it. So if you want to join me, I'm doing a mermaid summer sale. So it could be mermaid, it could be ocean themed. I know a lot of people are working on like the jellyfish Hade for the Hade stitch along. So any of those, feel free, and then you can just use that hashtag and then tag me on Instagram. I'm OfficialMermaidsCove on Instagram, just like here. So feel free to tag me, and I can follow along with your progress, and we can all stitch along together. I didn't update my calendar yet. I have to get out my washi tapes and update all the stitch counts for this past few days. But my stitch count for week 25, which would be the 15th to the 21st of June, was 7,017 stitches. That is great. I'm keeping up with at least 1,000 stitches average per day so far in June, and that is amazing stitching progress. For me, I didn't get nearly that much last year, this time. So that'll be great. And then at the end of this month, just letting you know plans ahead, I will be doing my middle of the year whip parade. So you'll get to see everything that I worked on and everything that I'm starting. I also got 2 new birthday gifts from my sister. She sent me 2 patterns from Unconventional X Stitch by Miss Holly. And they were both the mermaids that I liked. I think it's like Magda's Lake and Bath Time Tranquility. I don't have them here, and then that leads to the other thing. I usually insert the pictures in my videos, but I've stopped using CapCut. I saw somewhere that CapCut is now going to do an update to their terms of policies where anything that you upload to edit, they automatically assume copyright rights to, and they can use that content however they choose to. So I don't want to do that if I'm just looking for something to edit. So I need to find a new editing app that I want to use to edit my videos. And in the meantime, I won't be, unless you can recommend if you know of another app that won't automatically assume copyright to your videos, or another easier way to maybe add videos into a video recorded on the phone on an Android phone, because that's what I use to record. So any tips in that direction would be great. If you're also using CapCut, keep that in mind. I've heard that they're going to be doing that change in the next few months, so if you're not interested in that and you want to opt on that, just maybe useful information for you to have. So that's it for now. Thankfully, I've been having a good start to my summer. I got to spend some time with family this past weekend, and I have more birthday plans with friends that I'm looking forward to. They're going to be doing some like free movies in the park here soon. We're having like a record heat wave in my area, so thinking about maybe finding some days to go to the pool, or stay cool. If you're going through that too, make sure you stay hydrated and stay cool as well. And I'll let you go so you can start enjoying more of your summer. Until next time, bye.